welcome to Ravens Over. Please go to my channel, also hit the notification bell, like this video and share. Now this story is conflicting. TeTe Gulley, 31 years old. She was known as gender non-conforming, also known as a transgender woman. I want to share the story about her life and living and what they did to one of our family members. Her name was TeTe Gulley, 31 years old, a black and queer, homeless Portland, found hanging from a tree. Police say it's suicide, but her family disagrees. Now it's stating that, now this is the thing, TeTe Gulley left when her mother, Kenya Robertson, they were really close. Now the editor noted that the gender and pronouns uses for speaking with the Gulley family, we've learned that the Gulley gender expression was fluid. Her family knew her as a cisgender gay man named Otis, who sometimes dresses in drag, and they also said that in the story using pronouns of he, him, and pronouns, but among friends, Gulley, typically presented as a woman, used her pronouns, she and her pronouns, and went by the name of TeTe. Because Gulley is now deceased, we can't ask her which pronouns we should use, but we have decided to use she and her because that's how she usually presents herself publicly. Now remember, the family already said that she's gender fluid, but it is what it is. I'm not going to argue because they're already suffering a great loss, a tragic loss. Now, on the afternoon of May the 27th, a police officer found the body of a black queer homeless person hanging from the tree in Rocky Butty Park. According to the Portland Police Bureau, the death of TeTe, 31 years old, has been ruled a suicide. Her family, however, isn't as quick to settle on that conclusion. Now, weeks after her death, TeTe family is still struggling to find answers about the mystery circumstances surrounding the end of her life. Since the night of the Gulley death, she have found the PPB and the receptors in the concern. Kenya Robertson, TeTe's mother, told that she believes that some of this indifference has to do with Gulley's identity. So they're saying the reason why they're not really working with her to try to find why her daughter is in a murder is because of her identity. You didn't ask any questions, says Robertson, referring to PPD. Now, if you know what that means, PPB is Portland Police Bureau. So I'm not going to say PPB, I'm going to say the police. Referring to the police, you saw a black man in a tree who was homeless camp, and you wrote him off as being transit homeless and wrote it off as a suicide. TeTe had been homeless for almost her whole adult life and struggled with mental illness that the mother said and caused by the difficult birthing process. TeTe was a regular contact with her mother and 3 siblings, and had been working with the homeless service nonprofit, joined and tried to find housing shortly before she died. Now the mother said that she had many friends in Portland homeless community and known by friends and family and cheerful to help anyone. She was a very loving person. She was always want to help, the mother said, and want me to cook, want me to do her nails, do her hair, do something for you, take out the trash. That's just her. Through TeTe's faced challenges in her life, her family said that as far as they knew, she never mentioned suicide, attempted to harm herself. In fact, the family initially hoped the case was instant of mistaken identity, that TeTe was not actually the person found hanging in the tree on Rocky Butty Park. Now there weren't a permit to view Gulley's body and confirm if it was hers until the weeks after she had died. I didn't even know it was my daughter in the morgue until we went to view her body at a funeral home, the mother said. The mother said that initially the police did not plan to have an autopsy performed on TeTe's body, but then changed course after she requested one. She was told by the autopsy concluded that there had been a suicide, and she had not been given any paperwork in the medical examiner's office or the police about it. Now, the police did not respond to several questions and said that they confirmed that TeTe's death has been ruled a suicide by the multi county medical examiner. It also stated that TeTe's friends did not believe she committed suicide. In the weeks following her death, many of them contacted their family claiming that TeTe had been murdered and that had been hung from a tree to make it look like a suicide. They said that they were other homeless people had witnessed it and that someone had a video. Okay. Now it's stated that independent confirms that any of these rumors been every time the family has attempted to inform the police about what they had been hearing, that they was been met with the bureaucratic confusion or cold indifference. In other words, they really didn't want to help her, allegedly. One example, the mother was given that the name on the police East precinct officer who was supposed to be handling the case. When she called him to report the rumors, she said that he was not initially assigned to the case, so she contacted the police again to find out if there was any case, and again was given the same officer's name. When she did get through to the officer and gave him the last suspect's name, they pushed back, telling her it already had been ruled a suicide and casting doubt on the rumor. So here it is. She's telling that her daughter has been murdered. Police said, well, it's a suicide. We don't care. In other words. Now, Gulley's brother, Richard, used the police, used to be a police caddy, and said that he isn't surprised that the police responded. You know, they treat a lot of the homeless people like they don't mean nothing onto this earth, right? Brian said that in the homeless community, other people are willing to do hurt to more. Other people are willing to do hurt to more people because they know their voices won't be heard. They're just homeless. Physical aspects as far as Gulley's death also strikes the family as suspicious as the police return Gulley's belonging to the family. Her sister Crystal noticed that TeTe's clothing was muggy. She said that it wasn't like her sibling to go out dirty clothes, especially on the day she had died. She was with some woman early that day taking pictures, Crystal said, and they had gotten their faces done. Everybody that know my sister knows that she put on makeup and she's been trying to be seen. Now, the police has yet to respond about the public record requested a copy of the police report about her death. Gulley's family has created a GoFundMe raiser to help pay for her funeral costs. It is unclear the next step of TeTe's family, but the Robinsons know one thing for sure: I'm not going to let her die in vain. So let me click on this GoFundMe to see if it's a GoFundMe here. And I'm going to put this down at the bottom in case you want to donate and stuff. You know, this is horrible. This is so horrible on so many levels. They don't even want to help. They don't even want to help the mother bury her child. These are the police now. But then again, we are talking about the police that don't really care about human lives, especially not a black soul. This is horrible. And the family in my prayers, and this is just conflicting stories and stuff. You know, the thing about it is that it's stating that, you know, she didn't live as a full-time female. She just gender non-conforming. But it's just a lot. I talked about this before. We need to ask the person their truth, but we can't because they've already been murdered. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of hangings going on lately behind the scenes. She's not the only one that's been hung. There's 2 other black men that's been hung too, but I'm not going to put it on this story. This story is just basically want to stay focused on TeTe at hand. So the family in my prayers, share this story everywhere you can. We have to get some national attention to this girl's murder, because at the end of the day, no one is going to know. The only reason why I found out, because I was doing a death on someone else, and I happened to stumble across it and I seen it and I just said I'm gonna report it now, or I would have never known. So make sure you all make a lot of noise with this story. Now this story has been reported as far as a while now, and no one I've never received any information reference this girl being murdered or nothing. But we're gonna make some noise now. I want y'all to share this video where you can. Every living soul, I want y'all to share this video everywhere you can. And hit the notification bell. This is where I find any information in reference to these cops that refuse to help the mother and their family. We can get the reports and find out what's going on. So please share this video, hit the notification bell, like this video. You have to make a lot of noise, because in unity we can do a lot of things. We can't do RIP and that's it. We have to be the soldiers for our sisters. At the top of this Instagram button, you follow me, I'll follow you back. Comment below, let me know if you feel about this video. And I want to just say I love you and the family in my prayers. And thank you for watching, Kestari.